Hey guys, thanks for coming to this week's episode of How to Win With for Lower Elo People. This week, due to user request, we have the Franks. They are a classic cavalry civilization. They're considered pretty streamlined, pretty straightforward. Just go cavalry. And we'll take a look at their bonuses here real quick. First up is their castles cost 15% less in Castle Age and 25% less in Imperial Age. Real nice, a nice discount, saving you a lot of stone. Their cavalry get plus 20% hit points in Feudal Age. Nice. They miss Bloodlines though, but keep that in mind. The 20% obviously scales more into the late game, and you don't have to get the upgrade for Bloodlines. But keep in mind, for example, in Feudal Age, if you're going in like an all-out feudal fight, your scout's gonna have more hit points at first because you get that automatically as soon as you hit Feudal Age. But if the enemy gets Bloodlines, then they're gonna have more health on their scouts, and I think that carries over to Light Cav also. Enemies with Bloodlines on their Light Cav will have more health. But Knights, you come out even, and then with Cavalier and Paladin, you come out ahead for Bloodlines. Just kind of keep that in mind. Mill technologies are free. That's really nice. Your crop rotation, your heavy plow, your other one, I'll come in immediately when you age up, which is nice because horse collar. Those are upgrades that it's always good to have, but it's always kind of awkward wondering when it's exactly worth it to get them. Getting them for free just makes life really easy. And foragers work 15% faster. Those are your villagers that are getting berries. They get food faster from your berries. All easy bonuses to use. You don't really have to think about it, and it kind of pushes you towards knights, which your team bonus gives you +2 line of sight. So they have a pretty open tech tree also. They have options. Your cavalry is a no-brainer, but you get other options as well. You're missing Bracelet and archery armor, so your archers aren't the best super late game, but other than that, they have a lot of really good choices. No redemption on the monks, keep that in mind. You have to kind of use cavalry to take out siege. But that being said, let's go ahead and hop into game. So we got put against the Mayans on Arabia. Kind of a standard start here. We're making 2 houses, bring in a sheep, explore with some others. Turn on the Fog of War here so you can see the exploring. Make sure to tell them good luck and have fun. Run some more sheep. Kind of running around with them. Something a little different that some people do with the Franks I was doing here. I put a 7th on sheep, just to kind of get some food in quicker. I wanted to get up to Feudal Age as quickly as I could and get scouts out. The extra HP on the scouts makes it so they're extra strong right out the gate. Like I said, until the bad guy gets bloodlines. So getting scouts early is really nice. So just put an extra one there on the goats, just to get some more food coming in. Then we're gonna go 3 over to wood, just like normal. Just running around with the scout here, bringing all the sheep in so I don't get lamed at this point. I'm worried the enemy scout might be nearby. No, that's not it. After we get 3 on wood, we bring in a rhino. Finish eating the goat first before we go to the rhino. And I think we got 2 on the rhino there. Yeah, so we have 9 on food under the town center. And then I'll have enough wood to go over here, so I send a guy over to berries, build a mill. And here's something special with Franks. Berries are usually slower than food under the town center. But with Franks, that extra bonus makes berries super efficient. So we're going to put more guys on berries than normal. Get the other board just because this one's running low. We're going to go for 6 villagers on berries, just because we want to take advantage of getting that food really fast. Just exploring, we're trying to find where the bad guys are right now. Found his houses, there I see his wood line. I think he already had loom at that point, or else I would have tried to be annoying. Okay, once we click up, we send more over to wood. So we have enough wood to build our barracks and stable. We get 8 on wood now. Keep a couple on the food under the town center, and then we have 6 on the berries, because that comes in real quick. Send some forward, build Oh no, I think I'm being attacked by a villager. Okay, this is important. I saw flags on his barracks, so I know he's coming forward. So I want to hang out here. I want to keep an eye on these militia. Because of the timing, I also knew that meant there were going to be men-at-arms. I'm feudal age, so my scout's stronger than his scout, so I try to trade a few hits there. But I know he's going to be coming in his men-at-arms. So I want to get my stable up, but I know he's coming here, so I prepare a little house here to protect my villager, because otherwise he could deny that stable, kill that villager, and that would be a big-time disaster. Slow down a little bit so we can keep up with what's going on. Got the stable up, so I delete the walls. And I'm just trying to keep an eye on where he's at. I think I lost him at this point, though. Gonna come out here and try to find where he is. He's coming around back, which is kind of to be expected. So I'm kind of just keeping an eye out everywhere. See him there. Run away before he can kill any villagers.
Okay.
And I start getting scouts out to try and counterattack. That one was low from kind of poking at his eagle earlier. Probably could have microed this a little better, but since I didn't have so many on food under the town center, I still have food under the town center, so I pull these guys off of berries. They still have food they can be gathering, which is nice. And I'm just trying to track these guys. I don't want him to catch me off guard anywhere, so I know he's heading over to the wood line now. I probably could have just thrown some wall up around it. Probably would have been smart since I knew he was going there. But I didn't. Try and take that fight. I don't know if that was the best fight to take. Send these guys back to the berries because men-at-arms are slow. They're not going to get over here without me noticing. And I threw an archery range down because men-at-arms, they kill scouts pretty good. And I expect he's going to be making spears anyway. So I made this archery range and I'm making a couple of skirmishers. Skirmishers get bonus damage against spears. I don't want to invest into archers. That seems like too much of an investment just to take out his men-at-arms. But since I'm expecting spears anyway, I'd make a couple of skirmishers to fight back spears later. And I figure villagers and my skirmishers can take care of these men-at-arms now. I'm going to send my scouts forward. Make another one. Like I said, my scouts are pretty strong, so I want to go forward here. Hindsight, it would have been better to send them forward sooner because I don't know this, but I see here he's fully walled now. If I had come forward earlier when his men-at-arms were in my base and just kind of tried to fight him off with villagers or something, I could have denied his walls and I could have done some significant damage. But you know, that's 2020. Just kind of chasing me down with my skirmishers there. They can't line on my side. And I'm just kind of walling up. Usually when you see men-at-arms, especially for Mayans, archers is going to be the follow-up. Looks like he's just going Castle Age, but I was expecting him to go archers to follow up, which is just another point for the skirmishers. They fight spears good, they fight archers good. I thought skirmishers was just really clever. But it looks like he's going fast Castle Age instead of archers, which at that time I did not know. I could have guessed, I guess, because the archers should have been here by now, but I didn't. I start heading over to gold. I want to get some gold coming in so I can go to Castle Age because I feel like I'm pretty well defended from anything he can send to me right now. And I have my scouts forward. I'm just trying to... I don't expect to break through his wall anyway, but I want him to have to send villagers over and spend wood. Yeah, see, I didn't notice that was a barracks. If I had noticed he was getting his second barracks, I think I would have known exactly what he's doing here. Uses the market a little bit so we can click up. He doesn't have two buildings though. He's rushing down to blacksmith because he just realized he doesn't have two buildings. Which is great for me because if he had gotten up that soon, I would have been in big trouble actually. Yeah, if I'd seen that was a second barracks, I could have known he was gonna go Eagles. Back at home, I'm walling up. I'm making villagers. I'm getting wheelbarrow right now because I have a good amount of farms and wood choppers. I just want to get up to Castle Age, and I'm just trying to keep his villagers spending wood and building things instead of gathering resources. So I'm running my scouts around. He goes up to Castle Age, he's getting scale mail. I kept attacking here because I realized that house doesn't block the hole I'm making. It's kind of awkward looking because it's on the corner, like the diagonal. But it seems like he doesn't know, but that's gonna be open for me. So I run in, and now I get a chance to do some scouts things. I see he has an eagle here. This is when I realize he's going eagles, because I know I killed his starting eagle. So the fact that he has an eagle in his base, it's something for me. I lose all my scouts. I killed one villager already. Gotta get a second one. I think killing 2 villagers at this point is worth it for the scouts, because they're not gonna be of much value in Castle Age. I don't want to get the light cav upgrade on him, really. And scouts aren't great against eagles, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna run around, be annoying. I think they die here. But he's just now getting double bit X. That's the end of my forward. So I know he's going eagles, and he got to Castle Age way before me, so he's going to be ahead of me on numbers. Knights do well against eagles, especially Frank Knights, but I know that he's going to be ahead of me with units. He's in Castle Age now, I'm nowhere near. He's got double barracks production, he's going for a third. I don't want to be that behind on my Knights numbers. So I send a bunch of villagers over to Stone, and I think let's use my bonus to get cheaper castles. And let's make my unique unit, Throwing Axemen, which are great against eagles, even if they're outnumbered. Pretty sure they get a bonus against eagles. Most infantry gets a bonus against eagles. I'm not 100% that Throwing Axemen do, but I'm pretty sure they do. I'm walling up here because eagles are pretty good at getting through palisade walls. He's distracted with my skirmishers, which I don't care about. So I'm just making sure everything is walled up enough. I send a villager over here because I don't have any villagers close. And this long thing of palisade walls, it would just be typical for him to come over here and break through the wall before a villager can walk over. So I pre-send a villager. Could be doing something. Could be making some houses or something. I didn't do that. Now I am up to Castle Age. I have enough for a castle because I'm Franks. And I go throw it down up front so I can start protecting the front of my base. I protect this main gold, protect this area, and I can start getting some throwing action out. Here he is with his spearmen. He's making more spearmen. He thinks I'm going knights. But like I said, he's already got 11 eagles. I would need quite a few knights in order for that to be an even fight. Like, eagles aren't amazing against knights. Knights are pretty good, but 11 eagles, you'll need more than a couple knights to take that out, you know. Especially with the upgrades he's having on him. Oh, that's me. Oh, he does have those upgrades up. So I want to start up my production for Throwing Axemen. They cost a lot of gold though, and I don't have any gold, so it takes me a second. Getting the gold mining upgrade, getting the chainmail armor. I should have queued up some instead of the chainmail armor, probably. He's coming forward here.
Ashike?
Got a villager. I'm gonna turn off the fog of war. I don't know about that yet. And I keep some on stone. I sent most to gold because I need a lot of gold to make the Throwing Axemen. But I keep some on stone because I want town centers. He's getting his second town center right now. But at this point I had assumed that he probably already had town centers. Now I have enough. I'm throwing down a town center here, which I can do extra soon after a castle because the castle is out. So don't want to let him in. That's all I care about is don't let him into my base. If he's into my base, absolute disaster. It'd be terrible. But I'm full walled. Keep the walls up. If he doesn't get into my base, these eagles are literally pointless. And I'm getting up my Throwing Axemen numbers. I don't think he knows that. Fast forward that a little bit. Send another one because I realize the house is getting kind of low, and I don't need a lot of guys making this town center as long as it goes up. Once it's up, they're in range of it. I can shoot them. Building an outpost over here is pretty smart. And yeah, I just walled all this with houses because I didn't want to risk him breaking through a palisade or anything here. That looks like it might be able to get through the palisade, but I just double walled it. think later I wanted to build a town center here, and I was a little upset about all the double walling because I didn't want to delete them, because I think that's a really good town center spot. But I double walled all of it, so he can't just come through super easy. I make a couple knights because I don't want him to think I'm not making knights. I want him to make pike. Look, he just got pike upgrade. I want him to invest more into pikes, so I'll make a couple of knights. The throwing axemen are also amazing against pikemen. They're great against eagles. They're great against pikes. They're good against what he's making. They're not good against archers, which mine is getting really good. So if he makes archers, I'm gonna have knights to fall back on. But I make a few knights. I don't want him to think I'm not making knights. I want him to make knight killing dudes. Look at this. Look at this. I lose my guys, but they were pretty heavily outnumbered. I think that was a worth it fight. Because eagles, you really want to get a mass, so I can put this mass down. That's awesome. It's going for a third town center over here. And I want to send my knights forward, try and do some counterattack damage. This is a good upgrade to extra melee attack because it affects my knights and my throwing axemen. Trying to get through here. Luckily I have a house and not just a palisade, so it takes them long enough that I can get a villager here. And throwing axemen are ranged, so they can attack people from the other side of the wall. I send one throwing axeman over because I think it's not going to get through fast. I don't need to send a lot. Send one here. Enough to scare him away. It's exactly what I want. And the rest of them are gathering up outside. Forgot to change my gather point for that guy. I was running away, and he's just trying to do damage, but he can't do it. I'm behind on villagers. I have a lot more out time, and also he had 2 town centers before me. Now he has 3. So I am behind on villagers, which is not great, but I'm confident at this point that my army is just going to be better than his. He has a lot of numbers, but I'm just making a couple knights, making throwing axemen, and that's gonna. Those are both gonna be good against his eagles. Still making more pikes, which is also great for me as far as throwing axemen goes. Oh, I got in here. Yeah, that's right. I broke through this wall. I think I killed a villager or 2 around here. Bill kills are 6-0 now. So he hasn't gotten any damage in my base, and I've been in his base a couple of times. Probably didn't need to run away.
Shot it.
2 eagle warriors, but I think I assumed. Yeah, take him out. And okay. So I deleted here. I sent my villagers out, and I built a wall. Here's why. I wanted a town center on gold. But I knew he had a siege workshop here, and I didn't want a town center that. And this one, like I said, is covered in houses, so I didn't want a town center that. So I thought, let's go find neutral gold out here and town center it, and he won't have any idea. So I send my guys out. Look at this. I find a stone. I'm like, there's always neutral gold on the side. There's always neutral gold. Coming for a forecast. I'm just trying to find neutral gold. Can't find it. We're gonna follow that. He's got a scorpion here. I have knights. Scorpion, no problem. And I see his villagers coming for the castle. And I think, no, thank you, sir. He can't do it because of that guy. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. I really don't want him to get that. So as soon as I see that, look at this. I see he has villagers forward. I don't want him to get that castle. I'm thinking at this point, his eco's better than mine. He's going to get to him faster than me. He's coming for a forward castle on a hill. Anything to keep that up. Throwing axeman production, knight production. My army's all here. I even start making some cav archers, because cav archers, they're going to kill the villagers. That's all I care about. I'm not going archers because I don't have crossbow upgrades. I don't have any upgrades for my archers. Cav archers, they don't need upgrades. I have fletching, but they don't need, you know, the crossbow upgrade or whatever. So I want to make a couple of cav archers, just anything I can get produced out here as quickly as possible to make sure he does not get a castle on that hill. And he doesn't get it because my throwing axeman was standing where he wants to build it. So now he has to run away. He can't fight this army because eagles don't beat this army. He decides to build it over here instead. Sending some pikes to kill my dudes here. I leave these here. I don't think he's going to do it with the castle over here. I think he's running back to base. So I left these guys here just kind of... I don't like the siege workshop being there anymore. I see he's building that. Cav archers are also good against the pikes, as long as they don't get hit. And I think, alright, that's better. It's less bad, but I don't want him to get it still. So So I send all my army over here. I just want to deny his castle. Meanwhile, these villagers, there's no neutral golds, guys. There's always neutral golds on the side. I just want a town center on a neutral gold. Okay, he's getting real close here. I'm running out of army. His pike's killing my knights. My throwing axemen are slow, and it's so close, guys. It's so close. He's getting down to the last villager. 88%, I managed to deny it. I have not a lot of army left. But we did it. Kept him from getting his castle up, which has got to be so frustrating for him. And I leave my guys here because I know he's coming back with villagers to try and finish this. Look, here he comes. There's no way he's gonna just give up on that castle. But I'm Frank's. My castles are cheap. I'll build one right there. I don't care. Try and stop it. And he says, okay, I want one over here. These guys are idle. They can't. They don't. So frustrating. One gold. That's a lot of stone he lost for that. I'm throwing a castle up here. He decides to come down and build one on this hill. He's like so thirsty for that forward castle. So thirsty for it. And I click up to him. I realize I have the resources. Sorry, let's go in case he does get a castle up. I don't know if he's up or not. But I want to be getting trebs out if he's getting another castle because I noticed he's thirsty for a castle. I think he's gonna get one somewhere. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea he's doing that. Sending a lot of those too. These guys are kind of wandering forward, just being annoying. I get some forward siege. I want monks so I can heal up my army because knights and throwing axemen are expensive, boys. My villagers are just gonna get to work over here. Arms. He gets the castle up here, but he's not an imp. He's honestly not even that close. Gonna send maybe wood choppers. And my army numbers are just getting pretty good. He has 0 army at this point? I had no idea. He doesn't have a single... I think he's just investing everything to try and get up to Imperial Age, and that's why he's not making any army. He doesn't have a single army. That's wild. I wish I'd known that. But yeah, we're using the Frank's bonus for good knights. They don't need a lot of upgrades, they're just good. My eco is awesome for making knights. I'm making my unique unit. Throwing axemen. There he goes, he clicks up to imp. Yeah, I think he was just thirsty to get in, because now he's queuing up army after he clicks in. I hit Imperial first, immediately queue up Trebuchet. He realizes it's over. Hits me with the GG, calls it. And that is how you win with Franks. You can see we used our eco bonuses, we used our unique unit. We didn't go straight knights like a lot of Franks players do. There are situations where that is good, but this one wasn't calling for it, mostly just because I wasn't Castle Age first. If you're first to Castle Age, just make knights with Franks. That's all you need. Just lots of knights. It kind of struggles against camel tips, but if they don't get camels, they have a hard time because your knights are just so good. Your economy is so geared towards it. But since he was there first, I had to switch it up, make the unique unit, which is great because that's the Frank unique unit. If they have something that your knights can't handle, the throwing axemen can handle it almost always. Take a look at the timeline here. Gaining ratio was amazing because my units were just better units for the situation. The army numbers weren't that different, but the KD was insane. He didn't destroy a single one of my buildings. Collected more wood and stone, a lot more stone, but I didn't need stone because Franks get them cheap castles. And that is how that goes. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. And make sure to let me know in the comments who you want to see next time. Thanks.